Hey, what's up, everybody? Here we go again, episode 94 of At Face Value. I'm Brian.
Will.
Super pumped to have you back. Lucas is on a hiatus to Italia right now, so having a good time over there. So we'll be missing him this week and next week, but wishing him safe travels and a good time. So I'm jealous, dude. I wish I had time just to go on a 10-day trip to Milan. So
It's gonna be fun, man. Happy
yeah,
for him. Happy for him.
yeah, no, that's awesome.
We'll hold down the fort and everything back here at home, but it'll be a good time with the family.
Yeah, there you go. So we'll take care of all the exciting stuff over here. We got some NBA playoffs going on. Spurs and Thunder living up to the hype so far. Uh, little hockey action I've been following here and there. Uh, Vegas and Colorado might be the best series that possibly ends up in a sweep
Beep.
ever. But yeah, so a lot going on. College baseball set. The regionals are starting this weekend, so that should be fun. So we'll get rolling into it. So you got a hug to start us all?
I do. My hug for this week is going out to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I know what you're thinking, Brian. Why would Will give a hug to the Cavs after just getting swept by the Knicks in embarrassing fashion
Yep.
to get knocked out of the Eastern Conference Finals? I'll tell you why. Because by getting beat in the 2026 Eastern Conference Finals, the Cleveland Cavaliers have already won the 2027 Conference Finals.
How's that?
Let me let's go to the rundown. This is dating back 5 years now. In 2022, the Boston Celtics defeated the Miami Heat. In 2023, the Miami Heat defeat the Boston Celtics. 2024, Boston beats the Pacers. 25, Pacers beat the Knicks. 26, Knicks beat the Cavs.
Wow.
Lo and behold, to keep to keep tradition going in a streak that I don't know has ever been done before, the Cavs are now going to win the 2027 Eastern Conference Finals. So congratulations, Cleveland. Hug to you. You'll be able to waltz through the season. It's set in stone. You're going to the finals next year.
That's a pretty impressive stat. So
It was amazing when I heard it. I read it somewhere. I was like, that cannot be right. And I'll be dadgum. It's right there. That is dating back to 2022. Every loser the next year has won the Eastern Conference Finals, made the finals. Now that doesn't mean you're going to win the NBA Finals,
yeah.
but you're at least going to get there.
Hey, well, hug to James Harden then. So now it makes sense why he signed his long-term deal to stay with the
Correct.
Cavs. So
James Harden will finally make a finals. And if he doesn't and they break the streak, it is 100% his fault.
oh, yeah. Hey, that's what the media will go with. So.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. But
I saw a tweet. I saw an all-time tweet today. It said signing James Harden to a long-term deal to win a championship is like going to rent a hooker and expecting to start a family. Like,
yeah,
no,
yeah, there's some unfortunate truth to that right there. Doesn't have a good track record at all, especially not in
I,
the playoffs.
I was
But
gonna say we've seen it firsthand just from his time in Houston. So
yeah, yeah, I sure have some tough days. But
yeah,
at the ripe old age of 37 or 38, whatever he'll be next year at this time,
that's just wild, man.
it does seem that the Cavs are destined to make the finals next year. So congratulations to
Well,
them
good
one
for
year in
them.
advance.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I'm gonna give a hug to the hot yoga studios in the Baton Rouge area. So, because LSU has signed Ed Orgeron, so their business about to be up and with between Lane Kiffin and Ed O. It's about to go down in Baton Rouge, baby. So,
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I
I mean,
mean, even if
you knew it was
LSU
gonna
stinks,
happen.
it's going to be fun, man. It's
Oh
going to be a
yeah.
fun ride.
I mean, who better to be back in LSU than Ed Orgeron, dude? Like, it was a matter of time.
Oh yeah. I mean, they paid him to go on his way. He was happy to take the 17 mil at the door, and now he's right back.
Yep. What I didn't see what was his contract or what did he get signed for? Was he like a defensive coach or
Ah, some BS title. He's probably some special
probably
assistant to some
was it the
some guy. I don't know.
defensive analyst or
Yeah.
something?
It's essentially a title that allow him to be in a headset either in the I'm probably not in the booth, probably on the field or something, but uh yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the
Yeah,
official title is, but it's one of those they probably make up.
here you go. It's a special assistant to recruiting and defense.
There you go. There you go. That just means we wanted Coach O on staff, so we had to get a viable reason for him to be here all the time. Here's a
Exactly.
title.
It's like when Texas signed Vince Young to that big contract just for him to pretty much go stand at practice and the games and watch. Like,
I mean, it's funny because it's LSU, but like he has worked with Kiffin multiple times in the past, so
yeah.
it's not that surprising that
So they were at USC
Kiffin brought him on
together, right?
staff. They were at USC
Yeah.
together, and they might have been somewhere else together as well. Maybe not when Kiffin was a head coach, they might have coached somewhere else in the tree before
Right.
that. But Kiffin definitely brought him on staff at UFC, yeah, at USC. So they definitely
Well,
have a
because
history dating back.
is he the one that took his spot when he left?
He was he was interim coach, so maybe that was with the
Yeah.
Kiffin error.
Yeah, because I remember he was the interim, and then he got mad because they signed someone else to be the head coach because he thought it
Correct.
should have been him.
Correct.
But that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Pictures out of Baton Rouge are going to be wild, man.
Oh
Coach O and Lane Kiffin shirtless at the hot yoga studios.
yeah.
Go Tigers.
Yeah, get the 30 for 30 going now, dude. Like
Yes. Oh man.
it's gonna be awesome. Oh man. What about a hike? You got a hike?
Yeah, and funny enough, you've already hit LSU. Lucas isn't even here. We're gonna go double LSU on the hugs and the
Yeah.
hikes already because the bullshit that Will Wade is doing
Oh
already
yeah.
in his second stint now at LSU, he is putting a roster together that might only be professional basketball players at this point. And they might have a higher average age than maybe like the Wizards or the Hawks or somebody. I mean, they might rival an NBA team with maybe not their total team, but like their starting five might be older than an NBA team's next year.
Oh my gosh.
Uh, yeah, he's got a 25-year-old Israeli guard that he's trying to bring in. He's trying to bring in R.J. Lewis Jr., who was uh, the uh, not the Big Ten. Good Lord, he played for
St.
St.
John's.
John's. He
Yeah.
was the Big East Player of the Year 2 years ago. Was drafted by the Jazz. Got traded to the Celtics, so he's been drafted. Uh, there's a couple other 23-year-old international players that have played EuroLeague basketball. Apparently, he's got like 11 guys coming in, but LSU's confirmed none of them because I'm not sure if quite all of them, but majority of them are going to have to get some sort of NCAA waiver, or LSU's going to have to get the courts up in Louisiana to grant some injunction to allow them to play because
Yeah.
they're all old. They've all played either again professionally or somewhere else. And Will Wade's like, you know what? My I know we've all agreed that what he was doing his first time at LSU is what everybody was doing, but he's like, I had so much fun with the scandals the first time. Let's just run it back.
Yeah. Why not do it again?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of did this with Betty Yaku at Alabama. You know, they got him. They got an Alabama judge to grant his release to play. He played like 8 games, and NCAA said no, you can't play. So I'll be shocked if they get all these guys cleared. But maybe the one that's got drafted before. But all these professional European guys, like I don't know what the law says on that, or if that's kind of a gray area. But it'll be interesting because right now LSU has like their team filled out, but they actually only have like 4 guys on roster. So
Wow.
we'll see how
I,
that'll go heading into
I'll
the
say
season.
I'm sure the European guys will be fine because I remember that's what some dudes did instead of going to college. They'd go play European basketball for a year or something. But
Yeah,
yeah, I was looking, their average projected age is going to be 23 years old, which is older than some NBA rosters.
I mean, it had to be. There's just that would be insane. And then I would love to see like how many years of eligibility do these guys have,
It can't be much.
right? Like, I mean, I don't know what's the limitation on that. And if they're only been international, like, I mean, there's no way they get 4 years. But I don't know what. It's a fascinating development. He's just kind of throwing a middle finger to the NCAA and daring them to counter what he's wanting to do. It's kind of funny at the same time. I mean, I don't know. Interesting tactic, very interesting tactic. Uh, doesn't have much to lose. LSU wasn't very good last year in the SEC, so
No.
hey, let's try to bring in some a wealth of experience to see if we can win some SEC games this year. But yeah, funny, yeah, good old the double LSU uh, so far in the hugs and hikes without Lucas.
It's
But
the way to
yeah,
start.
he could take a hike, even though it is funny, and I'm interested to see how it goes. But just we'll wait. Guy just has to stir the pot.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Especially just in year two. He's like, screw it. Like, let's just see what we can
Yeah,
do. Like,
he's
let's
like,
just
yeah, I'm back at LSU where stuff went so well the first time. Let's just
Yeah.
start up another run of crap.
What are they gonna do? Fire me again?
They'll just bring me back a third time.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, that's awesome. Should be fun to watch though. Oh well, I'm gonna get my my hike to the AL West of the Major League Baseball. So in case any of you out there have not been paying attention, which I have not really been paying attention, but the Oakland, Las Vegas, Sacramento Athletics are currently in first place at 27 and 27. The Astros they lost today 24 and 32 and are 4 games out of first place currently. So just absolutely abysmal. So I was reading an article the other day. It said there's never been a team in history that's won a baseball division with a losing record. And at the time, every team was at a losing record and was projected to have a losing record. So
Oh,
at
buddy.
this point, I absolutely could see it. Like, what did we predict?
If
What did we say? 85 to 87 games would win it. Now you could almost say like 77 to 79 games might win
yeah,
it.
I mean,
Like,
oh, 82, a game over 500 might just win this division. That's just, I
yep.
mean, if there's I don't think that's a bet you can make out there, but bet the AL West winner to be under 500. It's got to be some pretty good odds on that bet,
I'm gonna say there's got to be a bet out there somewhere where you can throw a
right?
few bucks down and just
Right? Right now, it's probably the worst time to get on it when the team leading the division is 27 and 27, but still, never happened in history. Should still get you pretty good odds.
yeah, for sure. It's
My
just wild to
goodness, man.
imagine, man. Like, because nobody wants to win it. I
No, they
mean,
don't. I mean, yeah, you want to say injuries. Everybody has injuries, but uh, it's been a horrible start. It reminds me of like the. I mean, I know the Astros weren't in that division at the time, but the AL West in the mid to late 2000s, I guess before the Rangers kind of took off.
yeah,
They were real bad. The
it was the
Mariners
same way.
stunk. The A's always stunk. The Angels were winning that division like every year, but not even with a great record.
Yeah, just finding a way.
Yeah,
Well,
and this is
because that was kind of my question. It was like, man, like, is it even worth winning the division at this point? Because I mean, like, really, like, unless you just go on a tear the last month of the season to where you find a way to win it and you're playing good baseball, but other than that, I mean, if you're sneaking in at 82 and 80 trying to win a series and now you take yourself out of getting a higher draft pick, like, it just seems irrelevant at that point.
yeah. I mean, I'm not. I wouldn't expect any team out of this division to make a run to a championship series. I mean, it's just. I guess maybe. I guess the Mariners still have the pitching in
Yeah.
like a three in a best of five to sneak 3 games out, but like nobody else in this division am I just taking in a head to head. But what do I know about baseball? Every team I thought that was going to be decent coming into this season is awful. I have a grand total of two division leaders right at this point: the Dodgers and only the Brewers because of a just a they've been great the last 2 weeks, and the Cubs have been. god awful,
Yeah.
god awful. I mean, the Cubs were leading the division 2 weeks ago, and even though they're 29 and 26, they are dead last in the NL Central.
Let's see. I was looking to see if they played today. So they
They
lost
did.
today.
They lost. They have lost
So
10 in a row.
yeah, they have not won. I think it was since like May 14th or something like that. Or maybe it was like May 9th. It was something like that. They haven't won a game since something crazy.
The Cubs won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Cubs won 10 games in a row to have the division lead early on. That was like at the end of April, and then they had the division lead. They lost three in a row. Then they won. They won 10 more or nine more in a row. Then lost four in a row, won two, and have lost 10. So in their last 16 games, they're 2 and 14. After
Jeez.
going before that, going 19 and 3. They went 19 and 3 and have now gone 2 and 14.
Golly. Yeah, their last win was Friday, May 15th. That was their last win.
I mean, that I don't remember one of those kind of complete 180 turns.
Not that
Uh,
quick, yeah.
no,
So who's in worse shape mentally right now? Cubs or the Mets?
it's still the Mets. It's
Yeah.
still the Mets. I mean, only because yeah, okay, but the Cubs just did go 16 and 3, so like they can win games.
Yeah.
They're just in a fluke right now, and their entire offense just is not doing well. I mean, Pete Crow Armstrong picked right back up where he did the second half of his season last year. He's hitting like 220. I mean, Bregman hasn't been great. Has fallen off. Dansby Swanson can't the broadside of a barn. He's batting ninth, hitting like 180.
Gee.
So, and yeah, they've lost 10 in a row and are only 4.5 games back of the Brewers.
Dang.
Because I mean, the NL Central's tight
Oh yeah. I mean,
because
everybody's
every
pretty good
team's
this
above
year.
500.
Yeah.
So that whole division's tough. Um, dude, the Reds are mind blowing. The Reds are 29 and 25, four games above 500, and have a minus 24 run differential.
How does that happen?
I and the Pirates right behind them are 29 and 26, 3 games above 500, and have a plus 34 run differential.
Wow.
I don't know what the expected win losses are, but I would imagine there's going to be some trade off here in the coming months.
That's crazy. Yeah, minus 24. Yeah, and the Cardinals of all teams, who we said were going to be the worst team in the league, are 29 and 24 right now.
Awful. Yeah,
After they sold the
awful.
farm.
I don't know. Just a horrible read on baseball this year. The Detroit Tigers, in fairness, they don't have a starting pitcher that can make a start for them, but they stink. And
Yeah,
then
the fact that
I actually
the
heard this the other
Tigers
day, and
are
I'll
in
probably
last place by 10 games is wild.
yeah. I mean, they were like the runaway favorites. You had Scuball, you signed Valdez, you brought back the rest of your staff, you won the division last year, like you were on the up and up. It's been a abysmal season so far in Detroit.
Yeah, because there's a lot of teams just been bad. Like Boston's been horrible. Detroit's been horrible. Like all these teams are supposed to have a better season this year, and just staying
You
just
brought up the
at the bottom
Mets,
now.
like
Yeah,
the
the
Mets
Mets,
stink.
and then on the other
Phif-
side, I mean, like
Philly's kind of righted the ship, but
yeah, yeah, they're at least getting back on track, but still. But then you have like the Braves who are just on an absolute tear right now, 37 and 18, just crushing right now.
yeah, I mean, I think they got beat at Boston today, but they've been no, they came back against Boston today. My goodness. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
seven
The
six.
Braves
Yeah,
are good. That was just a fluke year last year. And I put it on. I put it in the notes too. Is Kevin Cash the best manager in baseball?
Dude,
How are the
I was
Rays
just
winning the
about to
AL
say
East?
that. Yeah, that is wild.
I mean,
Like comfortably too.
again, I know we've had to have said this before, but off the top of your head, name me one player from the Tampa Bay Rays or whatever. Yeah, I guess they're still called Tampa Bay because even though they're not playing in their stadium, but I mean, how does this small market team continually? How does he keep them continually in the thick of things year after year?
Well, and that's kind of what's wild about the Rays is like even just historically, like they always find a way just to be relevant, just year after
Relevant.
year, like just find a way to keep winning games. Especially with how like they don't spend money like the other teams in their division. Like they just get guys that are gonna produce and find a way to win games.
Yes, and like every time they have a player with value, they don't sign him, they trade him. I mean, they traded David Price when he was good. They traded Chris Archer, which he ended up not being that great after he left, but like they've traded, especially pitching prospects, they've traded guys away, and then he was in the news a little bit, but like then you have looks like you have your generational star in Wonder Franco, and then you have his whole situation. So like you think you finally have your cornerstone player. They finally spend money and sign this guy to an extension, $180 million, and then he immediately gets kicked out of baseball. But they just keep on trucking, and it's a question that I mean I've obviously given it away now with what's us talking about, but if you were to ask people off the top of their head who's the longest tenured manager in baseball, most people probably don't go to Kevin Cash. It is Kevin
No.
Cash, but it's for good reason, man. I mean, just a small market team with no big names that doesn't spend money, and they're always at or above 500 and usually competing in a division that the Yankees spend money. Boston teeters back and forth about spending money, and recently the Blue Jays have
Yeah,
spent
those are
a
the Blue Jays.
ton of money. So uh, for a team that spends probably has 25% of the Yankees and Blue Jays payroll to be winning a division like this is super impressive.
Yeah, like they just find a way. I just wonder because again, like it's just kind of that's just the weird thing about the AL East too. It's like they seem to rotate teams that are going to be good and who's going to just all of a sudden fall off and be bad. Like we thought the Red Sox would actually be okay, and then they just completely fall off. Like you just it's just like a roller coaster. Did I freeze?
It's like glitching real bad. I didn't
Oh
hear
shit!
anything of what you just said.
Oh shit! Hold on. What the?
Do you see two screens?
No, I just see one. You see two?
Yeah, I see you frozen and you clear. I don't know if that
Oh
makes a difference, but
shit! I
oh
don't
no,
know.
it's good now.
Oh, okay. Well, like for like 5 or 6 minutes, it was rolling like we were going, but it was just saying reconnecting across my screen. And then, but like we just like I could tell you kept hearing me because we were just going back and forth. And then all of a sudden, like you just kind of looked confused, and I was like, oh, okay, I think it might have finally frozen up.
It's showing that you're reconnecting again.
Oh shit! Hold on. What the fuck? It's not even 10:30 yet, dude.
I know.
I was looking at the records. So, like, the only team that has a winning record against the AL, the NL right now is the Rangers at 11-10. Everyone else in the AL has a losing record against the National League right now.
Wow. And the Rangers aren't even a very good baseball team.
Yeah. So it's kind of crazy. So like they
I
were
guess
saying,
that would make sense considering the NL has the majority of the winning records in baseball.
yeah. They're all, I guess they're all just beating each other, not even beating the
Yeah.
other side. But I don't know. It's enough about baseball. It's just been a rough
Hang on.
ride.
Got to give one shout out and one more thing in
Go ahead.
baseball,
Go
right?
ahead. Yeah.
We haven't had much to cheer about this year, Brian, with our Houston Astros, but we did get a combined no-hitter last night.
We did.
One of the worst rotations in baseball, with one of the more improbable no-hitters you're gonna see. Uh, we have a starting pitcher, blanking on his name right now. I'm trying to stall till I see it, but
Emi.
uh, there you go. Imai
Yeah.
throws 6 innings and no-hit baseball. He had like over an 8 ERA coming into the game. And then the guy, a rookie making his MLB debut, throws the last 2 innings. Had another guy in between there
Sean
to
Okert.
cover an
Yeah.
inning. So three guys, two of them are rookies, one making MLB debut, somehow throws a combined no hitter against the Rangers. So we got one night of fun baseball with our boys.
Well, that's what I wasn't even paying attention to it. And then my dad texted me and he was like, Astros no hitter. And he said, Santa closed it out. And I was like, Santa? Like,
It is a Christmas miracle.
yeah, I was about to go look. I was like, golly. Alan Burr Santa. Never even heard of the dude.
Nobody had.
Can I just tell you, like, it's awesome we got the no hitter, but also, like, one of the more frustrating things for me is that remember at the beginning of the season, we talked about who the Astros had at pitching. And I remember you asked, you were like, where's Spencer Arrighetti? And we're like, well, he's in the minors for whatever reason. Well, then it took injuries for him to get brought back up, and then the dude is on an absolute tear right now.
Been dominant. He's
Yes,
been dominant. He's been our best pitcher, bar none, by far.
yeah, it's like you cannot tell me that he was not one of the top five pitchers in the rotation coming into the
I, I,
season.
I do not understand it. I think he has one rough start.
Yes,
I mean, he's 6-1 with a 132 ERA. The most runs he's given up in a start is 2 earned runs, Brian. Two
but
earned runs.
his one against the Reds. Yep, 3 runs and one of them was earned.
Yeah, and
Like,
this guy, maybe I misread it preseason and he was just injured still, or there was something else going on. But the way I thought I read it and understood it, like you alluded to, I thought he just didn't make the opening day roster,
yeah,
and he's 6-1 with a 132 ERA.
yeah, it's just crazy. Like the fact
He's
that
back
he,
to yes, he's back to shoving like he was pre last year when he broke his finger. I mean,
yeah.
I just
Hopefully, he learned a
the
lesson to not play the field for batting practice anymore. But
yes, because God forbid we cannot lose. It's about due for him to get hurt. Any Astros pitcher with success, they're bound and determined with their apparent training staff over there. They're going to find a way to get him hurt.
yeah, speaking of, I knew it was a matter of time, but Lance McCullers Jr. having shoulder problems now. So I was
Who
like,
could have ever foreseen that?
yeah, exactly. But man, like, just that dude's been absolutely horrendous anyway. Like,
Now it could possibly go on trial for theft of what the Astros have paid him for the last 4 or 5 years.
just straight chilling. I guess it's not Anthony Rendon bad, but it's been pretty
That is
bad.
true.
So
That is true. I guess there has been worse in baseball, but
yeah, I'm just looking like 8 starts. He's a 2-3 with a 6.86 ERA. Just wild.
mm,
Dude, I'm just looking at their starting pitchers that they've had. Like, I don't know any of these guys. Mike Burrows, Peter Lambert. Let's see who else. There's another one. Well, Colton
Emi.
Gordon, he pitched a little bit.
Yeah, I
Javier's
mean,
hurt.
it's
France
just
is
a
pitching a little bit. Like it's just guys that just oof.
no. It's been a rough go. It's been a rough go, which makes it frustrating because the talent's still there in the most winnable division in baseball.
Yes.
Like seriously, if all these guys are healthy by the All-Star break and a good second half, to your point a while ago, I mean, this isn't a World Series contender, but like they can still win the division.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, as crazy as that
I
sounds.
mean the lineup's built for it. I mean the lineup can definitely score
Yeah.
runs. It's just figuring out how to get your pitching together.
If we can get some of these red IL 10s and 15s off these names, yeah, the lineup is definitely has the talent. And if you can just get a pitcher to get a rotation and a relief staff that can keep teams, below 4 runs a game, I mean,
Yes.
you can make some noise, but
Yeah, because Jordan's tearing it up. I mean, Christian Walker comes from the depths and goes back to how he was before. I mean, like you've got like Isak Paredes. I mean, he's been hitting well. I mean, you've got guys that are playing. It's
Pena's
just
back.
Pena's back. Just
Jake Myers is back, so if we get Loper Fido back fairly soon, our outfield's back, which means Alvarez can go back to DHing where we need him to all the
yes,
time.
does not need to play the
I
field.
no, I mean I think Yiner's on the way back too, so we don't have to keep playing. Which Vasquez has been playing fairly well in his absence. He's hitting like 270. I mean, I don't really have a
Yeah.
problem with Christian Vasquez,
The
but
problem is when
uh,
Cesar Salazar has to play.
that's the problem. That is where the problem comes into it. So uh, I don't know. The team's still there again in a very winnable division. So anyway, we've talked enough about baseball.
Yeah. Well, we talked about enough about pro baseball, but the college regionals are set, dude. So
We're
I
ready. We're ready.
I like yeah, man. I got some extra beef in the game this year in that A&M regional, dude.
We do, and I'm sitting here puffing my chest like I'm ready. I'm anything but ready, dude. We
Yeah.
sucked so bad the last month of the season.
Well, and I'll
Uh,
say this, and maybe I'm overhyping it a little bit, but man, like ever since they got rid of Dawson Park, like Texas State's been playing some really good baseball. Like they've kind of figured out the dugout. Um, I'm just glad they made it, honestly, after because I know we talked about it. Like they were playing well, and then they got swept by Southern Miss, lost 2 out of 3 to Coastal. Then they took a bad loss against a bad sweep against Arkansas State. So it's like, okay, now it's going off the rails. And then they had that fight. They get beat by 15 to UTSA, and it's just like, man, like it's about to spiral. And
that was going to
then
be my question. Were you
yeah.
surprised about getting an at large?
I was a little surprised, but they started playing really well. And man, like I mean, I've been saying all year, like their RPI is like the highest it's been since they got the 2 seed in 2022. So I mean, they've had they've played the good teams. They played the teams they needed to play. They've won a lot of the games they needed to win. Um, and just honestly, I was just hoping that they would just find a way to sneak in somewhere. Because the last projection I saw on Sunday was that they were going to be one of the first four out and just barely miss it. But I'll take it, man. I mean, honestly, I mean, I think they have a shot to potentially beat USC. I mean, I think they have a chance to at least scare A&M a little bit. So
They can
yeah,
do more than scare A&M guy. I mean, after April, I was all in.
yeah,
A&M was they won every series in April, swept a couple. I was feeling real good. Then we only win one series in May, the last one against Mississippi State.
yeah,
Then, you know, lose 7-0 to Auburn in the tournament, get two hits.
yeah.
Uh, it was like, oh boy, this is not a good way to be going into a regional. But yeah, it's baseball. It just takes a couple games some time to get things rolling again. But yeah, didn't saw Texas State. I was like, don't love
Yeah.
that. But
Well, I am glad too that the NCAA didn't take the bait because all the projections and everything was set where it was going to be Texas was going to be the 6th seed and A&M was going to be the 11th seed, and it was going to be Texas versus A&M on who's going to go to the College World Series, and it was like that all the way through, and then all of a sudden the latest projection, I think it dropped A&M a spot to the 12th seed, and then it was so then everyone's like, oh, they don't want it to happen, they don't want it to happen. NCAA stuck to their guns and kept them
I, I
separate.
I'll take it a step further. The NCAA did an impeccable job avoiding SEC matchups.
Yes.
So seven SEC teams were top 16 seeds.
Yeah.
There's only one scenario where two of them play in a super regional.
Dang.
The way it shakes out, only Georgia is Georgia and somebody, if I remember right. Dang it,
Um.
that'd be the 4-13 matchup. I believe it's
Yeah.
Georgia and somebody can meet up. It's either Georgia or it's Alabama. I'm getting them mixed up here now, but there's only one scenario where it's an all SEC super regional, which is quite shocking when seven teams made or are when seven teams are regional hosts. So I thought they went out of their way to make sure that none of them happened, but especially to your point with the A&M Texas matchup,
Yeah. They
because they
couldn't
did
do
not
it.
do that in softball. Not that we'll get into softball too much, but they
Yeah.
did set up the softball one for A&M and Texas to meet for that super regional.
Yeah. And A&M said, "Nah, we're good."
Now we'll go ahead and let Arizona State do that one.
Hey, they had them. They had them on the. They had them on the ropes though. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to look here. Let's see. Would be. No, it's not that one.
Because you got
Oh, Mississippi State and Georgia.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was Georgia and somebody. So yeah, that's the only all SEC super regional possibility. Of course, got to get to the regional first. But again, for seven teams to be hosts and only one possible super regional matchup, NCAA did a good job of. I'll say it one of two ways. Did the NCAA do a good job of keeping them from playing each other for the sake of not having repeats, or did they do it to hopefully get more SEC teams to Omaha because they'll make more money that way?
Probably that one.
I had that thought in real time right before I said it. And I went,
Yeah.
okay, never mind. I was trying to give them credit, trying to give them credit to keep matchups from rehappening, and I just realized in real time it's all about the money, and they just hope more teams make it to Omaha.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe stop giving credit to the NCAA.
Hey, shout out to the Kansas Jayhawks though, getting their first regional in
Yeah,
NCAA history. So
yeah.
I know I was reading on Twitter because like people were there's a lot of fans that were mad because they had Kansas seated above West Virginia, even though West Virginia won the Big 12. And so like there was a huge debate over all that. But I was like, man, like as long
I
as you
don't
get
know.
in, but
Yeah, baseball is the one thing where like the conference tournament matters, I guess, and when you get down to the nitty gritty, but not really.
no.
You already have your body of work from the season. What was your thoughts on Mercer not getting in? I heard that was a big debate, or did you see much about that?
I didn't really see much about that.
Apparently, Mercer's one of the first 40-win teams to not make it, and they had even though they didn't have a great strength of schedule, like their RPI was higher than some teams, and they were kind of doing it like the Miami, Ohio deal back in college basketball. Like, okay, even though Miami, Ohio didn't win their conference from a historically one bid conference, they went undefeated regular season. You have to put them in. It's like, hey, Mercer still won 40 games. They knocked some teams off in the midweek in the early season. they have the credentials, and you kind of set a bad precedent if you don't put them in. They didn't put them in, so I don't. I didn't
Yeah.
dive too deep into it. I didn't know if you saw much about it,
Well,
but
I was just looking like so it shows they went 1-2 in the Southern Conference, but they had their RPI is 28, which is kind of crazy.
oh wow,
So, oh yeah, I guess they didn't feel good about the Southern Conference. I think it's the way they lost though, because like I'm looking like so they went into the Southern Conference tournament and they lost nine. They lost to Citadel twice, 9-2 and 14-4.
man, that's not
So
great.
it's kind of like, I mean, it kind of goes that same debate whenever Miami, Ohio went undefeated and then they lost in the championship game or semifinals in
Semifinal, yeah.
basketball. And then all of a sudden, like, there was a controversy like, well, should a Miami, Ohio even get a bid because, they're because of the conference they play in. So, I
Yeah,
mean,
and the
there's
and
definitely
their
have the debate both ways.
their non-conference in basketball was pitiful,
Yeah.
pitiful. The difference there, though, they had like the 300 something ranked strength of schedule.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not sure if I mean RPI a little different. I'm not sure what Mercer's is, but still an RPI of 28, and you have 40 wins, and you don't get in. It's kind of tough.
Well, so like here, so it says they only had 5 games against quad one teams, and the average RPI of teams that they beat was 162.
Well,
So
then how'd they come out with a 28 RPI?
well, I mean, I guess all the teams they lost to were all good teams. So essentially, everybody good they played, they lost, and then they beat all the bad teams.
Bad teams. Well, I guess that'll do it then. I don't know. I saw the comparisons, so I know you kind of keep up with college race a little more than me, so I didn't know if you had seen something, but
No, I
they
hadn't
were making
seen
it out
it.
to be a big deal. Maybe it's not that big of a deal, but
Well, it looks like I think a lot of it just goes with the way it ended, because like they ended the season losing 6 out of the last 10, got outscored by 18 runs. So I mean, when you're in a
yeah.
conference like that, I mean, it's hard, like, because that's where because like Texas State was like in the same thing. It was like they stopped playing well, but also like the Sun Belt's one like is the most competitive Group of Five conference in
Without a doubt.
baseball, and
Without a
so
doubt.
I mean, like you look like Southern Miss is hosting a regional, Coastal Carolina's a 2 seed. I mean,
Has won a title.
Troy's good, yeah. Like I mean, yeah, Coastal just played for one last year. I mean, they just so I mean, you have a little more leeway, but when you play like in the Southern Conference, like you have to be dominant and you have to win the tournament. I mean, I think it's
But
just one of those things.
it's all probably a moot point because it was kind of like with Miami, Ohio. Yeah, you got to put them in. You know they're going to get killed. They put them in. They got killed.
Yeah.
If Mercer gets in, hey, here's a 4 seed. Go get killed by the number 2 ranked team in the country or
Yeah.
something like
Go
that.
play
So
UCLA. Yeah.
exactly. So I guess for those guys, it's still a memory, but like in the large scale, it doesn't mean shit.
No, for sure. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, there's some interesting matchups. I mean, just to kind of across the board. Some of the brackets seem like I was just looking like, well, one that I saw was like Texas regional. I was like, man, like the regional is almost kind of weak. Like they got Tarleton State, Holy Cross, and UC Santa Barbara. I was like, man, for a 6 seed, like you kind of got a like a,
Yeah, I
but
mean, it's baseball. I won't call it a cakewalk, but
yeah,
it's about the closest thing to it I can remember for a 6 seed.
yeah. I mean, Holy Cross 25 and 28 sneaking in. Like I'm surprised they're not like a 4 seed in like UCLA. Yeah, I don't know. Be interesting how it plays out though. Little
I'm
Rock's
sure
back in
there's
the
some.
tourney. We'll see if they can make some noise again this year.
It's fun. I do admit, when college baseball for me really heats up because every now and then you see one of those teams make a little run, make a regional final, make some noise. The supers are always fun, so it'll be a fun weekend.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about it. And now I have a reason to watch. So because I didn't think I
Exactly.
would. I'll take it. No. Oh, staying with college. So, Brendan Sorsby, I sent you that article. It made me laugh, man, because like he tried to give this whole pity party of come on, y'all need to just y'all are being hypocritical, this and that. And I'm like, dude, like you can say the NCAA is hypocritical and that they have these betting sponsors, this and that, but like from the beginning, like you're told you cannot bet on sports, on anything. And then dude, to see the degenerate betting that he was doing, betting on like what was it, like Turkish horse racing and
Yeah.
like just unbelievable
I,
stuff. Like
I'm not gonna sit here and say too much about his deal because to your point with what he was betting on, I can't sit here in good conscience and say it wasn't an addiction. It did kind of seem like it was borderline addiction, even though most people are like, oh, they're just using that as the excuse. It was pretty nuts. But to your point, the way that Kirby Holcutt and the president of the university and all these people are coming out with these statements and rallying behind giving this young man a second chance, and the NCAA is hypocritical, and they have to understand that the landscape's different because of all the temptations with all these sports. But get the freaking hell out of here, man.
yeah,
Pity
100%.
party is the perfect word for it, Brian. I'm not buying any of it. To your point, some of that might be true. I understand it's a different landscape. I understand there's 50 apps you can download at any given moment and place a bet on something. But what you cannot do is bet on football and not the team you play for. I don't care if it was
Yes.
4 years ago. You cannot do it. And to sit back now and try to say that that he should get away with that, no. And then Texas Tech trying to counter with he should get a 2 game suspension. Of course, when y'all are playing your non-conference scrap games, it's, at all these schools that do these self-imposed 2 game suspensions, it's oddly enough they're in August, September, not in like November. But
Yeah, go figure.
we clown the NCAA a lot, and there's going to be a court hearing next Monday in Lubbock. I'm sure there's enough money in Lubbock to find a judge that's going to make this interesting, just like they did in Mississippi with Trinidad Chambliss. Different situation, but also similar.
I
Like
think I think that's already actually come out, is that the judge they found is a Texas Tech alumni.
it's of course
Like
he's going to
yeah,
be
like
like it's in Lubbock County Court.
yeah,
I, you know what decision do y'all expect to come from this? I mean,
exactly.
he's going to grant something for him, but the NCAA has been very strict with gambling. I don't see a world where this kid plays another down of college football.
No.
If he does, then just let this be whatever you want it to be. Just let it be what we call it, the Wild West, and let everybody do whatever they want to do then because
Yes.
there are no rules. Nobody has to abide by anything. And just make it crazy because that's what this whole situation is. You want to call it unfortunate, whatever. And I guess the part that pissed me off at all of it, nobody gives a shit about the kid. They care about the football team.
Hmm.
He's been in rehab for 35 days. You think he went to a single class at Texas Tech while he was at his rehab? No. Brendan Sorsby's never going to a single class at Texas Tech. They don't
Yeah.
care about the kid's future. All they care about is the $5 million they invested for him to go win a Big 12 championship and make college football playoff.
Yep.
All the rest of this to me is crap. So don't sit here and tell me you care about his future. NCAA is supposed to promote the well-being of their athletes. Y'all are all in it for the money. So quit with the constant press releases and bodes of confidence. It's all hogwash.
Well, and that's what I would love to see, is like something like this happen, to see Texas Tech, like say the University of Texas, like this something happens to them, or A&M, something like this. I'd love for Texas Tech to stand up and be like, no, just give the kid another chance. It's fine. Like like you can forgive him for this. It's a mistake. Like I would love to see that. Like just
It would never
yeah.
happen. They would they would throw gas on that fire if that was the
Yes,
case.
exactly. Dude,
Yeah, I
I saw a whole conspiracy. I love X. It's the best. But like I saw a whole conspiracy where people were Texas Tech fans were coming out saying that the University of Texas they knew about this, and that when Sorsby signed with Tech that they leaked it so that they could tank their program. And just like
Texas Tech,
Yeah.
with all due respect, and
Yeah.
I mean with all respect, Texas is not worried about you at
No,
all.
no. Well, dude, you saw what Sark said the other day, right?
Yes, about Ole Miss.
No, he said he called out the Big 12. So Sark's been on fire, dude. He's calling everybody out.
He
So
also called out Ole Miss too.
well, dude, but he called out the Big 12. He said Texas Tech's lucky that they're in the conference they're in, essentially. And I'm misquoting him here, but he pretty much said we could play our twos and threes in the Big 12 and still win the conference right now. Like just straight called out the entire conference. Of course, people blow up about that. Like it's like, oh, you're not wrong, but
He also said that all you have to do is take a basket weaving class, and you can get a degree at Ole Miss. So he he has been on fire apparently.
yeah, dude, he's just calling out the world right now. So I guess he's feeling himself over there in Austin now, dude. So he's
He
just
hey,
yeah.
he's got to be fielding a really good team next year, man. He's
Yeah. He's got Arch Manning at quarterback, so he feels like he's on top of the world. So
he is feeling himself. Might want to cool it till some of the games are played, but hey, man,
it's
for
like
right now,
maybe get past week 2 against Ohio State first, and then see what happens.
well,
But
yeah, just putting extra targets on your back in the SEC isn't always the best of strategy plans, but
yeah, and that's what's crazy. Like man, like he calling SEC teams Big 12. He just whoever's in the line of fire is like, all right, dude, just just call
correct
everybody
because
out.
like
Like
you're you're not playing Texas Tech, you are playing Ole Miss, so.
yes,
eh. And they did the state government did get their quarterback back, so they are going to probably be at least decent.
yeah. Well, I mean, Ole Miss only has one game on their schedule next year, though, so they might not be worried
Oh
about
yeah,
Texas at that point. Like,
I forgot. I forgot. They have bigger priorities to
yeah,
worry about.
they got one and a half game circle. They got LSU for
Right?
sure, and then they still have Mississippi State that they still got to beat in the Egg Bowl. But
God,
other than
man.
that, it's
That's both of their first conference games too.
yeah,
That's awesome. Gonna be early season fireworks, baby.
that's right. No better way to do it.
Can't
We'll
wait.
we'll be all in for it.
Cannot wait.
Oh man. Well, dude, on the NFL side, the Steelers keep finding a way to keep their quarterback around. So Aaron Rodgers sticking around for another year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I mean, we were all knew that's kind of where we were headed, but crazy that this is what the Steelers have done. Uh, I don't know how him and the Mike McCarthy repair is going to go. I mean, probably 9-8 because
Yeah.
that's what the Steelers tend to do is just
Let's find a way to
hover
sneak
around
by.
500 and sneak into the playoffs. But I think they're just kind of in purgatory right now. But I mean, he's still a Hall of Famer, still had a hell of a career, so you respect him. He's 42 years old, so we'll see. But uh, yeah, that saga is finally over with, I guess.
Dude, so I was actually talking to my brother-in-law the other day, speaking of Mike McCarthy, because we were like talking about like the longest tenured head coaches in the NFL right now. Like, and I was just trying to like name because I was like, man, like you think about
It's
it,
probably
because
McVay.
well, McVay was up there, but like 'cause I was thinking like Tomlin was around forever, he's gone. John Harbaugh was around forever, he's gone. Um, so McVay's second, Andy Reid with the
Reed's
Chiefs,
one.
he's been in the first. But then
It's
like
probably Shanahan then, huh?
yeah, then Shanahan McVay were hired the same year. But then other than that, like the most recent Matt LaFleur, and then of all people, Zach Taylor, still the head coach of the Cincinnati Bengals after all of this. So
Is he going into year 5 or 6?
this will be year 7.
This is year 7 of Zach Taylor.
Yeah, he was hired in 2019.
Wow.
Yeah,
And I mean, I guess he hasn't had quarterback health. The last time he had good quarterback health, they did go to Super Bowl. So,
true.
man, wow. That wasn't a name I was expecting. I was trying to think anybody else. I was not thinking Zach Taylor, but I guess that makes sense, man. I mean, it's very rare guys stay around a long time, and even guys that do, they like even Harbaugh. Not that I disagree with that decision. I mean, it's probably a
No.
time for both parties to try something different, but
Oh, 100%.
um, it's just you know outside of the Steelers because the Steelers are known for that. I mean,
Yeah.
it won't happen this time. McCarthy's not sticking around for 20 years in Pittsburgh. Like, well, he didn't quite make 20, but it was what Tomlin, then it was Cowher before that, and whoever the hell was the one that was there for the
Yeah,
first
the one
time.
that
But
started, yeah. Three coaches in
still, like,
history is
yeah,
just wild.
yeah, for a very historic franchise. But yeah, McCarthy won't be doing that. But yeah,
No,
it's difficult for coaches to stick around or even want to. I mean, to stay in the grind. I mean, especially with the lure of broadcasting and everything that's available now, you can make crazy money to not have to do the everyday grind. So
for sure. Make that 375 million like Brady. So
yeah, to do mediocre commentary.
yeah, to just say random facts just throughout a game.
Yeah, just call out, just steal Tony Romo's gig and call out the play before it happens.
Yeah. Hey, they all try to do it, man.
They do,
But
they do.
and then I guess I was kind of shocked by Stafford getting that big extension too. So
Yeah, I wanted to have a little conversation about that just because, I mean, he did just win MVP. So the ability's still there. This will be his age 38 season effectively. If they were to make the Super Bowl, he turned 39 before the Super Bowl. So you're essentially locking him up for age 38 and age 39 season. But he did just win MVP. But there was also rumors he had a clone because his arm was falling off preseason. So the there's so many factors here. You know, how do you not give a guy that just won MVP an extension and he's still playing at that level? But we also just saw them draft a quarterback at 13.
yeah,
So we've seen the Packers do this twice, where you draft a quarterback in the first round and then sit him for a couple years, and both times, or one time worked out really well. Jordan Love's played decent quarterback,
yeah.
went healthy for the Packers. They were both drafted in the 20s. So I guess my question for you is 13 too high to sit a guy for the next 2 years? At least 2 years.
Oh, 100%. I mean,
I think it is too.
because I mean, I know we've talked about this over and over again, like with quarterbacks. I mean, it is and it isn't. I mean, I'd say it kind of depends, like on like what the state of the Rams are going to be in general, because the Rams are just old all around. So like,
It's
even
just
if you give Ty Simpson a couple years to grow and learn, when he jumps in, I mean, he's going to have like a I mean, it's going to be either a really old roster or it's going to be a brand new roster. And either way, it's not a great setup for a quarterback trying to step in and be successful. But
I, I agree with it, and I mean I get every side of all of it. Okay, he gets to learn for 2 years under Stafford, which if you don't draft a quarterback and you just draft one later or sign a free agent, you know they don't learn from anybody. Of course, free agent they should already have experience, but and the Rams want to be competitive, so they don't anticipate drafting as high as 13 again in the near future. So I get their reasoning, but to your point, you have an old roster. Yes, they were good last year. They thought they should have made the Super Bowl and possibly win it. But at 13, you could have added a player to play right
yes,
now.
yes.
Well, I know we talked about this after the draft, and I guess with the Stafford injury history, you're thinking what? But and it's a different situation again to me than Rodgers and Love, wherein Simpson's, yes, he was in college a long time, but he only started for 1 year.
Yeah.
And starters with 1 year of college experience have not panned out great in the NFL, especially not right away. Some guys have come on later in their career and been okay or been capable backups, but none of them have really panned out to be franchise players. So,
And in his
um,
one season, it wasn't like he just came out and just absolutely dominated. Like he had some rough outings throughout the year.
no, I mean, his decision making looked really good at times, and then he just looked like in the pocket he had no idea to read what the defense was throwing at him at all.
Yeah. Well, and that's what we talked about with the NFL too. It's like a lot of times it's not based on what you do on film, it's based on your intangibles. And so they see this kid with he's a big frame, like so we could potentially develop him into something. And it's like, man, it's like that just we've seen, especially in recent history, more times than not, that does not pan out.
Nah.
They're few and far between.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, well, for anything there, I think the Rams could have traded back out of 13 and got Ty Simpson at 25,
Yes.
picked up another first rounder or something in the future, got more draft capital, still got the same guy they wanted anyway. So I think that was the major mistake. If you wanted, like seriously, trade back 3 spots, take him at 16. Somebody would
Yeah.
have traded up at 13 to get a player at that point in the draft. Um, I I don't know. I I think it might all work out. I just the more I didn't like it post draft, I like it less and less the more this is playing out.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see what happens because, yeah. And that's the biggest thing too, is because the Rams, part of the reason which I know they're still competitive, but they went through that long stretch. How many years was it in a row where they didn't even have a first round pick because they traded every single year to get
Traded him.
players. And so now, like, here's your chance. Like you said, you trade back 3, 5 spots and you get that extra draft capital to build your roster for immediate and for future success. But now, like, you're building for the immediate, but then you didn't help yourself later on because you drafted a
No,
quarterback.
I mean this is pretty much a all in next 2 years.
Yeah.
Which then, to your point, you went all in to probably have to tear it down, hand the keys to effectively a rookie quarterback at that point, and go, good luck.
Yep. Here you go.
Good luck.
One, who's to say that, Stafford doesn't turn into a Drew Brees or Peyton Manning where his arm just falls off. So you get into like this year or next year where it's like, okay, we get one more year of Stafford and then we're gonna hand the keys, and then all of a sudden, like, dude just can't play anymore. Like he's banged
Yeah,
up,
I
he's beat
mean,
up, and he just can't do it.
but with the 55 million extension, I mean, I don't see a world where he doesn't play the next 2 years, barring injury. To your point,
Yeah.
but barring some sort of injury. But Stafford has been remarkably healthy throughout his career.
Yeah.
For them, I mean, so even I mean, at 38, anything can happen. But
Especially considering some of the teams he's played for.
he played behind a Lions O line back in the day. That my God, you'd have thought defenses were trying to collect a wanted dead or alive bounty on his head because, woof, it was sometimes literally just drop back and throw it up because Calvin's down there somewhere because he didn't have
Oh
enough
yeah.
time to breathe.
Just throw it up. Yeah, it's crazy. We'll see how it plays out. But well, before we go, I was gonna go ahead and give Lucas his hug because I already know what it is. The Arsenal Gunners won their Premier League first time in 22 years. Finally got it out. So big time achievement for them. Outpaced Man City. Got a little tight there for a little bit, and then think it was who was it? Was it Brentford? Somebody got a big draw against Man City. They ended up
Yes,
clinching
they
it. So
clinched it, clinched
yeah,
it.
so big time for Arsenal getting the Premier League title. So after four
And that
years of just being second place, just finding one place out.
and that now they have a chance to win another title, right?
Yeah, so they got the Champions League now too.
Champions League
So
now.
yeah, they're going into, yeah, it's just all the different titles. It's like impossible for me to keep up with.
Oh, I definitely can't do it. I leave that to y'all
Yeah, they
because
play they
I
play
can.
PSG on Saturday, so that would be a big time matchup too.
Yeah, I don't know how that'll go, but
I haven't been I've been barely paying attention to sports in general. So like,
I don't follow deep dive with the football.
the football.
I just dabble with the results and keep up with just kind of keep up if Arsenal's winning or losing. But
Exactly. Let's keep it relevant.
correct.
But no, that's all I got. You got anything else?
Nah, I'm good.
All right.
We'll do a deeper dive into the NBA Finals preview next week after the Thunder Spurs series wraps up.
Yep. NBA.com's already called it, dude. They already had the Knicks and Thunder in the top left for NBA Finals matchups. So it's already been spoken to existence.
They just released the script by accident.
Yep. It always happens, dude. All right. Well, we appreciate everybody watching. Continue to like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. Follow our TikTok for all the big time news. Until next time, we'll see you next week.
See ya.
There you go.